Tonight, just as you start to fall asleep, your body will jump. A sudden kick. Like you missed a step on the stairs. Your leg snaps, your whole body jolts, and you are wide awake again. For half a second, it feels like you were falling. You did not move on purpose. Nothing touched you. So why did your body throw itself awake the moment it was finally letting go? It has a name. Scientists call it a hypnic jerk. About 7 out of 10 people feel it. And the reason it happens reveals something strange. Falling asleep is not one smooth slide. It is a handover between two systems fighting for control of your body. To see it, you have to watch the brain go to sleep. In 1937, a scientist named Alfred Lee Loomis wired people up and recorded their brainwaves for the first time as they drifted off. He found that sleep is not a switch. It comes in stages. Your brain steps down, level by level, from wide awake into deep sleep. And the very first step, the doorway into sleep, is the shakiest one. That thin border between awake and asleep has a name: the hypnagogic state. It only lasts a few minutes, and it is exactly where the jerk lives. Here is what is happening on that border. While you are awake, a system deep in your brainstem keeps your muscles switched on and your body upright. As you fall asleep, that system powers down. Your muscles go loose. Your breathing slows. Your body starts to shut off the lights, room by room. But the shutdown is not perfectly timed. Sometimes the alert part is still half awake when your muscles have already gone slack, and this is where it clicks. One leading idea goes back millions of years. Our ancestors slept in trees. A body going limp in a tree is a body about to fall. So a reflex may have evolved to catch it. When your muscles suddenly relax, an old alarm in your brain misreads it. It thinks you are dropping. So it fires one hard signal to every muscle at once. Wake up, grab something. That signal is the jerk. Your leg kicks to catch a branch that is not there. Now the strange part. You often feel like you were falling right before the jump. A dream of missing a step, slipping off a curb. But the falling did not cause the jerk. The jerk came first. In that half second, your half-asleep brain feels a violent twitch and has no idea why. So it does what it always does. It writes a quick story to explain it. A dream of falling, built in a fraction of a second, just to make sense of a muscle that fired on its own. Step back for a second. Why is that handoff so shaky to begin with? Your brain does not dim into sleep like a fading light. It uses a switch. The neuroscientist Clifford Saper described it as a flip-flop switch, the same kind used inside electronics. Two sides, wake and sleep, and each one shuts the other off. When you are awake, the wake side holds the sleep side down. When you drift off, the sleep side flips and pins the wake side instead. The point of a switch like that is to be fast and clean. You are either on or off, with no foggy middle. But a flip-flop switch has one weakness. Right at the tipping point, when neither side has fully won, it can flicker. For a moment, both sides fire at once. And in that flicker, a burst of signal can leak down to your muscles. That is the jerk. Not a malfunction. It is the cost of having a switch fast enough to drop you into sleep in seconds. The same design that makes sleep snap on cleanly is the design that, once in a while, sparks on the way down. Now think about when yours are worst. It is almost never on a calm, rested night. It is when you are exhausted but wired. Too much coffee, a late workout, a hard day your mind will not put down. All of that keeps your alert system running hot, while your tired body tries to crash. The bigger the gap between a racing mind and a shutting down body, the harder the jerk. Stress and caffeine do not invent it. They just turn up the volume. So this is not your body breaking. It is two systems passing control, and for 1 second both are awake at the same time. The jerk is the seam where they overlap, a healthy brain doing a hard handoff. If anything, it is proof the switch from waking to sleep is more delicate than it feels. Every night you cross that border without noticing. Once in a while, you feel the floor wobble on the way down. Now, here is the mirror image, and it is the part most people never connect. The hypnic jerk is one way the handoff can fail. There is an opposite way. When you dream, your brain does something clever. It paralyzes your body on purpose. During deep dreaming sleep, your muscles are switched fully off, so you cannot act out what you see. It is called REM atonia, and it is there to protect you. Normally it lifts the instant you wake. But sometimes the timing slips the other way. You wake up, your mind switches on, your eyes open, and the paralysis has not let go yet. For a few seconds, you are awake inside a body that will not move. That is sleep paralysis. And often people feel a weight on the chest or sense someone in the room because the dreaming brain is still bleeding images into a waking mind. Look at the two together. A hypnic jerk is your muscles waking a moment too early, before sleep has them. Sleep paralysis is your muscles staying asleep a moment too long, after your mind has gone. Same border, same handoff, opposite failures. One throws you awake, the other traps you still. There is one more layer. That falling sensation taps into something very old. Of all the things a newborn fears, only two are built in from birth: loud sounds and falling. You had to learn to fear everything else. But the fear of falling came with you. So when your brain needs a fast story for a random twitch, it reaches for the oldest fear it owns. That is why you almost never dream you are floating up. You dream you are going down. If yours are bad, you can shrink them. Cut caffeine in the afternoon. It keeps your alert system lit for hours longer than you think. Move hard workouts earlier in the day. Pay back sleep you owe, because an overtired brain crashes harder and jerks more. And give your mind a slow runway before bed instead of a hard stop. You are not trying to force sleep. You are trying to let the two systems hand off in calm, so the seam between them is quiet. One quick note, because someone always wonders. On its own, a hypnic jerk is completely harmless. Almost everyone gets them. They are not a seizure, not a sign of disease, not damage. The only time they are worth a second look is if they hit many times every night and keep wrecking your sleep or come with other symptoms. For the ordinary single jolt at the edge of sleep, there is nothing to fix. It is just a healthy brain doing a hard job. So the next time your body throws you awake at the edge of sleep, you will know exactly what happened. Your muscles let go a moment before your brain did. An ancient alarm misread the stillness as a fall, and your mind painted a quick dream to cover the gap. It is not a glitch. It is a body and a brain trading the keys, the way they have every night of your life. The fall was never real. You were only letting go. Now you know. Your brain did not fail you. It just caught you, one last time, before letting you fall asleep.